we're back to scoring. Actually, like let's
Yeah.
stop talking about OKC. This is like when we glaze about the Raptors. Like that's exactly what that was.
Nah, this was glazing the Thunder now.
See,
Who
we're not
glazes?
biased.
Yeah,
We
we're
do it
not.
for
We're
more than
not.
one team. All right.
Exactly. Exactly. This team, Raptors, and Indiana.
Hey, for me, Brooklyn, because Simmons is on that team.
True. True.
Because Simmons is that guy. No bias.
No bias. No bias at all.
We always say that. Okay, let's go back to the scoring. All right.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Quarter Kings. You're with me, Austin Cheng, of course, with my co-host every other week, Ryan Hugh. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. Just hella loud down here.
Is it? Before we start recording, you talking about vacuums and shit. I hear nothing, bro, and none of the people in the podcast hear it either.
Are you actually? Because oh wait, it's silent now.
And then banging on the door starts happening right after
No,
that.
fuck no. Because okay. So in this apartment, there's like a party room area, and then there's like people that can rent the party room to come in and like host parties because that's what you do.
Of course, the party room.
Yeah, of course. But then I think they just had a party or something, and it's so loud. There's balloons popping. There's a vacuum. There's
Damn,
people just
bro.
like banging doors and shit. Like holy. And
Having a
but
party
you
in
can't
the
hear.
party room, that's crazy.
That's the craziest part. But you can't hear anything.
I like maybe like some like general background, like people just talking for like a few milliseconds. That's about it. I hear what the podcast hears, so like I hear
Okay.
just like normal. This seems like a normal house. Looks like you're in your room chilling.
I wish this was my room. Huge.
It's a pretty nice room. I like the painting behind you. What's even on that
Th
painting, dude? No, not the
Thank you.
thermostat. The
No,
painting.
no. It's a sailboat in a lake, and there's like houses
uh,
sinking. I think like a flood just happened.
a
I don't know if
flood.
the yeah, I don't know if the
Okay.
viewers can see, but it's like the place
Oh
just
shit.
flooded. There's a sailboat. Looks like those
Uh,
houses have no one living inside them.
yeah. What kind of painting is that? Why would you paint that?
So it's a I would keep a painting of that in my house.
It is aesthetic. Flooding is very
It
aesthetic.
very hella aesthetic.
But also, I'm looking at my camera right now, and I just see this big ass pimple on my head. Like, you see
On the
that
side.
right here,
On the side.
dude? What is this, man? Literally, like, I hate it, dude. I have so much breakouts recently. Like, am I gonna get acne at
Ooh.
20 or something? Cause fuck,
No,
that's
that's the
sick.
thing. That's the thing. Have you tried like washing your face?
Yeah, of course I wash my face, but
Okay.
yeah, you know. Okay, here's the thing. Like, when I talk to girls, sometimes they're
hmm
like, "Oh, like guys, they have no face care routine, nothing," and like they ask you, and I'm like, "I just wash my face with soap." Like, do
That's
you?
that,
So you do too, right? I don't
that's
think it's
routine.
crazy. Girls go crazy when they hear that. They're like, "Are you fucking serious? You don't do any
Okay.
cleanser or nothing?"
Okay. I get a lot of slack for this, especially from like some of the people I know. But my face and my hands are naturally like moist,
That sounds pretty
so
weird.
I don't really need lotion.
Oh, okay. So it's like
Yeah.
smooth, I guess. Like,
Yeah, it's smooth. Yeah.
oh, okay. Moist was like definitely not the right word to use, but okay,
Probably not.
smooth.
Probably.
Smooth. Okay, you're lucky,
But
dude.
yeah, I don't need lotion to. I never had really had to use it to begin with.
Yeah.
So, and I'm telling them this fact about myself, and they're going crazy, bro. And they start bashing me because apparently I'm the odd
Bash.
one out because I don't use lotion.
Damn, bro. Honestly, I don't use lotion. Like, okay, on this camera, I'll be honest. With the lighting, like the natural like lighting, I look so like my skin looks so clear. Like you think I have the
Yeah.
nicest skin, bro. If you see me, like okay, you can actually see right here, like
No, no.
oh,
I think your skin
bunch of
looks kind
things.
of fair though. It looks kind of fair.
Oh, does it? Thanks, dude.
Yeah.
I feel like no. Here's
It's
the
a little
thing.
double right now, but it'll go away, right?
Yeah, like if I do this, it's like if I'm scratching my head, it's like oh okay, you know.
Oh no,
But
that's good.
just think about it. Imagine both of us start like actually taking care of our face. Like, bro, we would have like some neck skin, dude.
Bro, we would get like sponsors right away. That's
I
how
would get like Neutrogena, like a billboard of me, dude,
I
on
would
it,
get
dude. Sarah V.
Dove,
Yeah.
L'Oreal.
Whatever it
Bro,
is, dude.
let me sign a contract with Sephora.
Hey, we have to start getting on that. Maybe I should start doing that. Because low key, like, I complain about this, but like, maybe me washing my face with soap is a problem, bro.
Okay, I don't think the soap's the issue. I just think it's might be a weather thing. It might be
Or the
something in your.
sweat thing, because like, I do work out a lot.
Do you do like wash after you work out? Because
But
that
yeah,
might
I wash my
okay.
face, but like, still, like, I guess like during when I'm like playing basketball or if I'm running or like doing my workout, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like I guess there might be some build up there. I don't know.
Maybe,
Probably
maybe.
something. I'm not a face carrier. You don't probably know about that either. You do muscle shit. We don't. You don't. We know. Maybe I should be
No,
an esthetician. Maybe that's what I should do.
maybe or dermatologist or whatever that.
Yeah,
The
something like
skin
that, dude.
skin doctor,
A
yeah.
skin doctor, bro. That's what I
Yeah.
need.
That's what we all need.
I mean, I guess you don't, cause your skin's naturally moist. So
Mm, true, true.
you're
But maybe
chilling,
that's,
dude.
maybe that's a condition, bro. Like I get naturally sweaty hands too. Like you
Naturally
win some,
sweaty hands.
yeah. Like, you win some, you lose some, bro.
Really, my hands never sweat.
But you're lucky,
Never.
bro. I'm
Uh,
like doing an exam and it's like getting the paper's getting wet. It's like ripping apart.
that's
Yeah.
gross, dude. That's fucking gross.
I'm telling you, you win some, you lose some. You get soft hands, but you gotta deal with the clamminess.
That's a trade off. It's a good trade off, I guess.
Not really. I'd rather use lotion.
True. Yeah. Anyways, this is not a face care podcast.
I
Again, this is the
mean,
second time I was doing this.
I
Like,
I,
it's
I
a basketball
mean,
podcast.
hey man, I mean if us talking about skincare really takes off,
Mm.
might just have to.
Court of skins.
Sort of skin,
Court of skins, dude. I like that, dude. We're actually transitioning this into a skincare podcast.
sort of skin. No,
Non-stop.
sort of skin. Yeah, okay.
Court of skins, dude.
Or skin generals, you know.
Oh, he's a skin generals, dude. That's a banger right there, dude.
That's
All we do is
a
talk about skin. That's all we talk about.
that might be a different topic to cover though. I don't
If
know
we
if
have a
I'm.
podcast that covers that, then we fell off, dude. We
Oh,
fell
for
off.
real, for real. But
If
if
we
you,
already haven't fell off, then we would definitely fall off.
no, we're not falling off. Trust.
Okay, dude. All
We're
right.
not falling off. Trust.
Did we even like get on? Like, did we even get on to fall off?
Mm, let's say no.
Okay.
Let's say
All
no. Let's say no.
right. Okay.
Why did it take me a while to answer that?
I
All
was
right.
like, you can be humble or not humble. We'll see.
You heard about this morning too, right? Canada versus USA.
Oh yeah, SGA. Dylan Brooks' legacy game is what
Bro,
happened, dude.
Dylan Brooks deserves that 20 mil a year. I don't
Bro,
care.
the comments on it was like, get ready to learn English, dude. That's how good he played, bro. People are just doing a 180 on him. Like Dylan Brooks doing that. I didn't get to catch the game because obviously it's pretty early.
I was asleep.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I mean, just look at the stat line, looking at the highlights. I was like,
bro,
wow. Like,
39 points.
that's what I'm saying. Like he was on 5 from 3. He was 7 from 8. He had a clutch bucket in OT, a defensive stop too. Like I mean, he really showed why he deserved that I mean, okay, we're not gonna act like that game deserved. No, but like I was like people talking about him being like a trash player. Like he
Hmm.
should even be in the NBA. Like
Should go to China, stuff like that.
yeah. Like, I remember we were talking about him coming to the Raptors. Like people were like, no, we don't want him. I'm like, I would love this guy. Like he's a great defender. He can shoot threes when obviously when he's on.
Yeah.
But like he's a smart player as well. He's a good leader. Like why would you want someone like that on your team? Especially now that you can probably get him for a discount. You could probably sign him. Like if Houston didn't give him that contract, like you probably could have gone for like close to the minimum, just from that playoff series.
Oh,
But
I agree. I
I guess a
agree.
lot of teams missed on him.
I think Dylan Brooks is like okay. He doesn't have the greatest attitude. I think there was that one game where he got ejected and like came out with like boxing gloves or something.
That's some great shit.
But like definitely a team like he's trying to lift the team up and stuff like that, right? So I
Yeah.
respect that, obviously. At the end of the day, he's the James Johnson. He's the of that personality type, right? And you need someone like that.
Yeah, every team needs a guy like
A
a guy
dog.
that's gritty. Yeah,
He's
a
a
dog.
dog, bro.
Exactly, like the Pat Bev mold. Like someone that gets under your skin. You hate him when you're playing against him.
But you
Even
love him on
Luca.
your
Yeah,
team.
Luca also like
Yeah,
that was the same game where Luca got ejected because of that too. And Luca even said like, you want a guy like that on your team, like
yeah.
a guy that's willing to do that. It's valuable, to be honest. Like
Like
I
you
feel like
want
a lot of
someone
teams
who
don't
can
have that
take
guy.
the heat, right? Someone who
Exactly,
thrives off the hate.
exactly. And the fact that Grizzlies they got rid of him and they got Marcus Smart back was actually hilarious. Like they traded a dog for a dog, pretty much.
Between the two, who would you take?
Smart or Brooks?
Yeah, Smart or Brooks.
Okay, here's the thing with Smart. I think Smart's a better player, and I
Hmm.
think he provides a lot of value, but I think late game, Smart is probably one of the worst players you want on the floor. And I'm not saying Brooks is any better, but it's like a really difficult thing to answer. Like, they both have their own valuable things. I feel like if Brooks, his 3-point shot is working, I'd rather have Brooks.
Hmm.
Because I think
Hmm.
the versatility that Brooks offers on defense is actually invaluable.
Brooks is he's also the bigger guy, right?
Yeah, he's 6'6". Smart is about what 6'4". Even
Six
though Smart
four.
won DPOY and he can defend the post, I just feel like Brooks like I
I
don't know.
think Brooks' shooting comes much more valuable, especially late game.
Yeah, for sure.
And but here's the thing: I think that like Smart provides that defensive leadership. He's a floor general. He's a point guard. He knows where to command, where to go. Even when he's not doing his best, he can still direct traffic. And personally,
Yeah.
I would love that. I would
Okay.
love that. But Brooks just provides, I think, just a slight edge in terms of offensive output. That it's a tough matchup. It's a tough toss up there. I don't really know what the answer is.
Yeah, like Smart isn't really a traditional point guard either. Like he's more of like he's like a shooting guard. Like even though the Celtics had
Mm,
him at point guard, like he's more of a scoring guard opposed to a point guard. He doesn't really like handle the ball in the pick and roll. Like he just stands off to the side, attacks off of closeouts. That's really what his job is. I feel like Brooks, like his role is to be like a 3 and D player. Like and in those playoff series, he just wasn't hitting shots,
yeah.
and that's a shame. But I think he can play his role better than Smart probably could.
Hmm.
So maybe I would take Brooks at this moment, which is crazy to say because Smart's the DPOY, has been praised for his whole career, and I'm taking Brooks right now after all that heat. No bias from the Canada game, but I think
Obviously, no bias there.
in general I'll probably take Brooks over Smart.
Okay. I just I don't like both a lot, period.
Yeah,
But if I were to take one, it might be Smart, just because I can see a lot of what he provides is like doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but obviously it's invaluable to the team.
yeah. Both of them have their own intangibles that they
Hmm.
provide, so you can't go wrong with either decision. Like you can like it's one argument away from me switching to Smart, So
Yeah,
it's a really close race.
and
But yeah,
same with me.
that's a really that's a really good argument, honestly. Smart versus Brooks.
We might have a few more of these later on today.
Oh, foreshadowing going on.
Also, like SGA, bro, this guy went off 31 points and what,
Yeah.
12 assists,
And the highlight play, the ankle breaker on Mikael
right?
Bridges, that was a clean ankle break. No push up, no nothing. Bridges just stumbled over and man, it's kind of like we're just used to this now. Like SJ doing that, we're used to it. Like this is what his game is. He's
This
supposed to
is
be the
his
number one
game,
option.
and everyone's just like, okay, nice.
Yeah, it's
But
nice. Let's talk about Brooks. Yeah, but like we can't understate how good he played.
I know he was. I think the entire series, like this FIBA run. I don't know if I have the stats written down, but I think he had what? Yeah, 24.5 points, 6.4 rebounds, and 6.4 assists the entire tournament, which I think is crazy.
Yeah, it's like a breakout. Like SJ broke out last season, but like I think he's really ready to be in the contention for top 10 next season.
Oh, he is.
I mean, he
We,
is, he is. But like to
we
be a
talked about.
solidified top 10, yeah, we
Oh
did.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
Like he's making an argument against those guys. Because he right now he's kind of on the border of top 10, but he could if he plays really well next season, like he could be a border like a solidified top 10 player.
I think for making All NBA first team, he should be top 10 already. That's just what I think.
Didn't you not have him on your list?
I did have him on my list.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
I was just checking you. I was just checking.
Gotta support the fellow Canadian. I don't know what you mean.
Okay, okay. No bias though. No
No,
bias.
no, definitely no
No
bias.
bias. No bias.
But yeah, congrats to Team Canada for finally winning a bronze medal. It's been a while now, and
Yeah.
I think US did put up a strong effort towards the end of regulation, but they just couldn't get it done during overtime.
Yeah. Edwards was a monster that game,
Mm.
and he hit that fadeaway three to cut. Was that to force OT or was
I'm
it
not
to
too,
cut the lead?
I don't,
I'm not entirely sure. I didn't get to see
I
the
don't
game, but
remember too
I saw a
much,
highlight
but
where it was close, and he hit a fadeaway three, and I was like, wow.
I know Bridges was. This is just an opinion, but it might even be a fact. I think Bridges was the best player the entire, like all around player. I think he was the best one for the
Hmm.
US
I
because
can argue that.
this guy was active on both offense and defense. I think he hit a free throw earlier tonight, like earlier today, and then missed the second one on purpose and still got the bucket at next. I
That's
think,
effort.
yeah, that's crazy, bro. Like, and this is a guy who went from solid player in Phoenix last year to first option in Brooklyn. So
Yeah, and the thing like people would argue is like, oh, like if he just gets his own team, he could do that and this and that. Like Bridges going from a 3D player to a first option, that's really hard. Like I don't think
Right.
OG Anunoby could do that. I really don't think so. Like Bridges being able to transition like that and to be the number one option and still provide so much value, it's impressive. Like Bridges,
Mhm.
maybe he's not a number one on like a championship team, but he could
But
definitely be like a number three guy, maybe
he's a
even number
solid
two.
number two. I would say number two.
Number
He
two,
just needs to get his efficiency up.
that's fair enough. That's fair enough.
Yeah. But
Number two
like
guy's tough on a championship team though. That's like
number
Jalen
two is
Brown, Jamal Murray. I don't
yeah,
know what was I gonna say like Clay
maybe number
Thompson.
two. Maybe another 2 years, I think. Another two
Yeah,
years.
he's pretty young too. He's like
I want
26.
to say 26 or 27 right now.
Yeah, he's not 25 because that's a cutoff when you're young.
Yeah, yeah. But definitely, I think he is a guy everyone will want on a championship roster.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like he can
Yeah.
fit into so much roles that it's surprising.
Like, it'd be nice to have an ant on every team, but I don't think it's necessary. You do need a Bridges on your team. That's yeah.
That's a good take. That's a good
That's
take.
that's what I'd say. That's what I'd say. Uh, and yeah, congrats to Germany as well, bro. Like,
Yeah.
if you were to ask me probably maybe 3 years ago, name all the Germans you know at the moment that are in the NBA, I would have just said Dirk and been done with over it.
Yeah. Right.
But now, like, knowing that they've solidified themselves as the world champions of the
Of course, the world champions,
world
dude,
champions.
led by NBA players.
I mean, Dennis Schroeder winning MVP
Of
from this
course,
whole
the goat
tournament,
on the goat team Raptors. Of course,
right?
no bias, but like
No,
he's the goat.
no
He's the goat.
bias. And I have a question for you about that. Him winning this MVP award, does it give you any more hope, or does it change your mind about how you think, where you think the Raptors stand for this upcoming season?
Okay, I before the tournament even started, I always was high on Shooter. He's one of those. He's also a dog for me,
Yeah.
but I think his game is like, he's a guy that he's not your number one, two, three option, but he's a guy that you can rely on to score the bucket, to get defensive stops. He's a smart player on offense, attacks the basket really well. He's a good pick and roll threat as well.
Mhm.
He has a good mid range game, good attitude as well. Like you saw him after had that terrible game. I forgot was it the game before this game in the FIBA where he had a horrendous game. It was like a tour day. It's like
Was
four
it the
for
one where he
17 or
was
something.
fighting with the coach? He's like he was
Damn,
arguing
I
with
didn't
the
see
coach?
that.
Okay, never mind.
But he had a really bad game, and he took it in good stride. He posted on social media. He's like, wow, like was I really this bad? I was a whole different person. He didn't let that bother him, and he came back had a good performance. Like he's a guy that you would love to have on your team, and that's why LeBron wanted him on the Lakers. That's why all these contenders want him on their teams.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I just think Shooter's a great player to have on your team. Even before all this, I thought he was great. Now this,
Hmm.
to see him do this, it just completely gives me the confidence to say that Shooter's going to be our starting point guard just after the
Yeah,
season.
I was going to say that. Like, going into the season, I was throwing the idea of Scotty Barnes being the one,
Hmm.
but after the tournament, I kind of just made up the mind. I was like, yeah, Shooter deserves it.
Yeah, like, I want a Shooter jersey. You know what I'm saying? Like
Number
I want a jersey.
17.
He's the goat, dude. I love Shooter so much.
No, for sure, for real. He's actually great for us. And I think we had him what in D tier when we did the rankings with Aswin, like the Raptors.
Oh, the Raptors. I mean,
C or
yeah,
D tier. It was like a
the whole
C or
team
D
is
tier.
shit. Let's be honest, the whole team is shit.
Yeah,
And Siakam's
but
probably
like,
gone.
it's tough to say right now, but it gives just a slight hope. Maybe like
Yeah.
end of B tier, end of a B tier, top of C tier type of team, in my opinion.
Because if you really look at the roster right now, it's Schroeder, Trent's a good scorer, OG's a 3-and-D guy, you have Siakam,
Yeah,
Pirtle. That's a really solid lineup. Like you would not want to go against that in the playoffs.
Exactly.
Because Siakam's a really good one. Okay, not really good, but he can be a one. And if he gets the ball in the
Yeah.
clutch. No, but here's the thing, like last season people like shit on Siakam, this and that, like
No,
bro,
no, I
they
didn't
just
see
weren't
that
giving him the
much.
ball. They just weren't
Yeah,
giving him the
because
ball in the clutch.
Freddie had it. Freddie had it most of the time.
Exactly. And Scotty had it even though he did well, but like you gotta give the ball to Siakam. He's their best player. He's an all NBA guy on the team. So I'm hoping Siakam, if he stays on the team, which I could welcome it just because I like Siakam as a player.
I would rather keep Siakam than lose him for in a trade.
I mean, I would trade him. I would have traded him for Scoot. You know, I probably would do that. But like, if we're getting back like a mid tier All Star, then probably not. Like, I'd rather just keep him and ride this out. You know,
Yeah.
get good reps with like competitive basketball for your young guys like Scotty. Like, I'd rather do that. You know.
Yeah, set up a foundation with the younger guys, right?
Yeah.
And that's not even to mention we have Otto Porter coming back. I know he was injured all last season, but he was solid during that Warriors championship run. Scotty Barnes might be coming off the bench, which is, he had a
No
slightly.
way. Scotty Barnes.
I mean, you did just mention a starting five right there. So
I'm
who would
no
be?
no Trent's coming out the bench. What?
You think Trent's? Do you think so? So
Yeah,
OG's going to slide to the two?
you gotta sign him down. Like if you want to fit in Scotty, like I think you have to start Scotty. Like he's too good to not start,
Mm-hmm.
in my
And
opinion.
Grady Dick is going to be coming off the bench too.
I hope he gets minutes. I like
He
Ray
should.
Dick's game.
He should be. He should be. He was the best shooter in the draft class, so.
Yeah, but I want him to get at least 20. Like because you're playing Achua, you're playing Boucher, Trent, maybe not Flynn, Otto Porter as well. Like those are four guys off the bench. Like I don't know how much minutes Grady Dick is gonna get, especially because he's 6'8". Like where is he gonna play too? Is he gonna be a forward? Is he gonna be the guard?
If
It's
you
tough
put him
to
at
say.
the two guard, that's decently versatile.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But then the defensive thing is the issue also with him.
I
But
mean,
I
this
guess we have
new
a good team defense, so it's not the worst.
yeah, yeah. And this new coach is he knows we have a good defense. He's looking to improve our offense.
Do you know how to say our coach's name?
No.
Come on, man.
That's what I had
Not
to say our new coach.
the coach's name, dude. Darko Rajakovic, bro. That's my dogs, dude. You gotta know it, dude. You gotta know it.
Give me a few weeks. I'll get it.
Okay, a few weeks. All right.
Few weeks, yeah. Final recent topic. Lakers signed Christian Wood to a 2-year deal.
That's the final one. You're not
That's
gonna
the final
mention
one.
the guest that you want on the podcast so bad. You're not gonna mention Danny Green's move to the
Danny Green
Sixers.
returned to the Sixers, but I thought that was going to happen regardless. I knew he was going to find a roster spot in
Yeah.
the NBA. That I was not surprised by the move. I was just happy
Hopefully he
that
gets minutes. Because I think
even
he
if
can still provide.
he can definitely still provide, but even if he doesn't get minutes, he can ride that Udonis Haslem type of role now. He could be a George Hill type
Wow.
of
Is he
figure.
washed? Do you think he's washed?
No, not at all. But like, if you
Those
want,
are two washed guys, Ryan. You just mentioned as this comparison. You
I'm
gotta say like
just
Iguodala or something.
Iguodala's not even playing anymore.
I mean, he was though. He was. He was when he was on the roster.
Yeah, yeah. He played 2 minutes in the final championship
Hey,
game.
he was still playing in the finals.
That is true.
What was Haslam doing, man? Haslam was like
He scored
eating.
24 points in his final game. I don't know what you mean.
Oof, damn. Maybe I should have said Crawford because Crawford's at 50.
Yeah, Crawford did drop. You know what? I think we should just say that if you're on an NBA roster, you can drop 30 a night, but you just choose not to.
Because of that,
Yeah,
Thanasis Antetokounmpo, you think he's dropping 30 a night?
he's dropping a quiet 27 a night.
Okay,
If
29.
But yeah, I think for the Lakers, it's Lakers run. Like I just had to mention it, right?
Of course.
Christian Wood going to them. He doesn't provide that much defensive versatility.
Definitely
Mainly an offensive guy, especially with you got AD, you got LeBron, you got D'Lo, you got Austin Reeves. Like that's a pretty solid offensive lineup in my opinion. But I don't know defensively if AD can break his back for it.
Oh, I mean, he can break his back probably. Like he'll probably break it in the first half of the season somehow. That's a joke. I think Eddie's having a revenge season this season, but Christian Wood's probably not starting, and it kind of sucks to see the fall. I don't know. I think maybe if 80, because I heard 80 wants to play the floor more often, which I find so stupid. Like maybe
He's
it's
a
for
better
his body.
five.
Yeah, maybe it's for his body because I guess playing the four is less taxing than playing the five because you're mostly just like being secondary to the center.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like if they're playing 80 more at the four, then I guess you have no choice but to play like Wood at the five. If I had to say, if they want to start him and you're playing Wood at the five, which is
Yeah.
really bad, I think, because Wood's not a great defender at all.
I'd rather bring Wood off the bench, but I don't know if Darvin Ham would want to do that.
I mean, you mean LeBron, right? Because LeBron's really the
Oh
coach.
yeah, for
So
sure.
if LeBron doesn't want to do that, then I mean, I'm guessing that.
If LeBron doesn't want it, he'll have him traded by then before the
True.
trade deadline,
Yeah,
right?
true. Very true. That's why Reeves. I mean, I feel like he held Reeves at gunpoint with the contract that
He
they made him
probably
sign.
did. Oh, that's
He's
why
like,
his shoe has the bullseye.
oh damn,
It's
dude.
it's
LeBron
a
would just up like this to Reeves, like he's like, you better sign this bitch, man.
nah. He had a what's it called? He had a sniper trail on him. the entire.
Oh shit! The whole contract negotiation. Every time Reeves would mention a number over 20 mil, like the fucking glint just gets like closer to his eye, dude. He's like, oh, never mind, 14 mil, 14
14,
mil.
14 school, 14 school.
It's alright with me. I will sign this deal, 3-year deal.
No, but overall, I think it's a decent move by the Lakers. Not, they don't really have anyone left in free agency to
Yeah, who else
take.
are they gonna sign? Yeah,
John Wall, like holy, that's not gonna
no
fly
way,
anymore.
man. You already have D'Lo on your team that to fill that
Yeah,
brick role,
exactly.
like yeah, the brick nation role. You already have D'Lo.
So yeah, I not the most amazing role, but or signing, but I think Wood definitely has a lot that he can still prove, especially on the offensive end. He just needs
Yeah,
to step up on somewhat a bit more on defense.
yeah. Like the line that I could maybe see work is like Wayne Gabriel with Wood, like
Yeah.
off the bench. Like that's not like 'cause I'm not moved at all by this signing. Like I don't think this signing changes any of my predictions at all. Like it's just another guy on another roster. Like it's a scoring four that gets added to the Lakers team, probably playing like around 20 minutes a game. Like
Hmm.
maybe in the playoffs he could provide a lot of value when because that's usually when offenses get dry and you kind of reach down
Yeah.
into your bench to see who you can use. And you have Wood on your bench, then that's not the worst.
Hmm.
But all in all, like it's just a normal signing. Not
All
yeah,
right. I think maybe a few years ago it would have been a more like that
for
year where
sure.
he had a breakout year in Detroit. It would have been a
Yeah,
little more. What?
like
Lakers get him,
damn.
but now it's more just like, yeah, he's all right.
Yeah, like
We'll see how it goes though. We'll see how it goes though. Yeah, that's all I kind of had for today, but I was very excited to talk about some of our season leaders for this upcoming season, or at
for
least
sure.
predictions, right?
Yeah, who thinks they're gonna lead the NBA in some of these stat categories?
I
It's an
just had
interesting
a
topic.
yeah, I am very interested because you don't really hear about it that much, but
No.
everyone at the end of the season is like, oh, who won assist leader, who won rebound leader, and
Yeah.
then why not predict it ahead of time, right?
For sure. And just before we start, I just want to say that the scoring leader is, I think it's so dumb. I think all these leader stats are pretty stupid.
Yeah,
I think whoever, no, I think it's because of, they go off of per game. I think it should be total. Like,
total, right?
because I think Tatum would have got the scoring leader if it was off of that. But it makes sense because, like, if you score the most points, then you're the scoring leader.
Hmm.
For you to play less amount of games than someone else, but average more points, for you to be the scoring leader, like, I don't know. I think it should work the other way.
That's kind of dumb, but
It doesn't
I
bother me. Like I'm not pressed by it, but like I just think that they should just change it to that.
I think you should just be the person who did the most in that category by the end of the season. I think we're in agreement there.
Yeah,
But hey, man, we're not in the media. We don't get to decide that.
of course. No NBA votes. We're just some bums sitting in our room. Yeah.
Exactly. Let's start off with a
Give a
honorable
show.
mention.
Okay.
Games played. I got Mikal Bridges.
Okay, that's your. I had this as a whole category. Like I
Oh,
had
did
a
you
top five.
actually?
Yeah, I
I
had a
didn't
top
realize
five. I had some random ones for top fives, but Bridges, yeah, he's the number one on that.
He's number one. Yeah, I definitely see that. I mean, it's no surprise. We even predicted this a few episodes ago too.
Yeah, right. Like Bridges is like the 83 games in an 82 game season. I mean,
That's
who else is doing
crazy.
that, bro? Who else is doing that? But you want to hear my other four I
Yeah,
had for
go
this?
ahead. Go
Because
ahead.
there's some guys that did like have 82 games, but I think some of them this coming season might not play because like what if their team is in the playoffs? Like
Hmm.
MPJ, maybe they'll sit him because he's usually an Iron Man, but they might just sit him.
Yeah,
So I had Harrison Barnes as my two.
I had that too.
I had Tari Eason as my three from
Did not have
Houston.
that.
He's a
Yeah.
solid guy playing 50 minutes a game probably. I had Emmanuel Quickly,
Yes, I had
gets a
quickly.
lot of run, and I had Isaiah Hartenstein, one of my favorites for New York.
I didn't have that, but I can definitely see it.
Yeah, because these are all guys that they just play every game. Like they do their thing. They don't get injured a lot. Like these are all games that, like, other than Quickly, like they're not the most athletic guys. They just play
Hmm.
their role. Smart players always get minutes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's a safe five I chose over here.
Well, I didn't. I only chose three for each
Okay.
category this time around. I also had a Harrison Barnes and Isaiah quickly, but I had one just because I know of Harrison Barnes' age and everything.
True.
I just kind of just like if he doesn't hit because like rest, oh my back's hurting or something
Yeah.
like that.
Fair enough.
I slided in Buddy Hield
I thought of him. I thought of him as well. Yeah.
because I think Buddy Hield is he's underrated, honestly.
Yeah.
I think he's super underrated. And sure, like his main role may be just shooting threes because he's the next Steph Curry and everything. But I think at the end of the day, if you're doing your role well and you're contributing 16 to 18 points every single night, you are going to get minutes every single night.
For sure.
And I can see that 82 game stretch happening for him.
You know what's funny? I actually thought about Beal on my list. You know the reason I took him off?
Why?
I thought he was going to get traded mid-season and miss a game because of that. I straight thought that he's going to miss a game because like he's going to get traded.
One, Bridges got traded mid-season.
That was really good timing, though. That was really good timing. Like, he got in the night before the game. But, like, I feel like that...
He probably begged.
He's like, please, let me play.
He's like, let me play.
Especially, like, the last game of the season, he's like, please, man. Like, I don't want to
rest. You know what's even crazier?
What?
Arizona's on the west end. Brooklyn's all the way in the east end.
Oh, wait, yeah.
This guy said, fuck the time zone. And still played.
Yo, he hopped on like the B-52 bomber to get to Brooklyn, dude. He hopped on some next level jet, dude. Some CIA shit. A UFO to get to Brooklyn.
I know. Oh my god. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out because I never realized it until now, right? But yeah, that was.
That's wait, yeah. Bridges is crazy, dude. He is actually crazy.
Dude, he just might be one of the top 5 favorite players now. Like
yeah,
just because of that.
Yeah, just because of that. No.
Just because of that. Now.
He's a great guy though. I feel like he's the one guy in the NBA. Like I'd probably say he's the most likable player.
One of the most likable players. I think number one still Boban. Boban still goes number 1.
Okay, I'll say like playing.
Oh,
like that play. Probably Bridges, because imagine Boban plays and he injures someone. Like then you wouldn't like him as much.
That's true. That's
like
true.
Bridges. Like no matter what he does, you love him, dude.
He's a clean player. He does his role well, and he doesn't have anything to say that would blow someone's head off. Like it's just he's just a good guy all around, you know.
Good locker room guy.
Exactly.
Good player. Yeah.
Solid list.
Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't think you were gonna bring that up because I was gonna bring it up, but that's crazy.
Yeah, because I only have it for rebounds, assists,
okay,
steals, blocks, and points.
Okay, I added free throw percentage, 3-point percentage, and turnovers.
Okay, I have turnovers as well, but I was going to mention that at the end of it.
At the end, okay.
Yeah, at the end.
Let's get into some real stats.
Let's go into it. Do you want to start with assists first or rebounds?
We can do assists, I guess.
Assists? Oh, word. Okay. I got 3 guys, like the one beforehand, but I'll let you start this one off.
Okay, so I guess I'll.
Do you want to do like number 1, 2, 3, or 3, 2, 1, or 5, 4, 3, 2? Like, how do you want to do this?
We can do like 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Okay.
Cause I think because it's all close stats. Like it's not like there's a discrepancy usually.
Oh, no, it's not that big. But yeah, go for it.
So for my number 1, just because of Atlanta's new kind of, they traded Collins. They have Capella starting at the 5. Okongu's gonna get more minutes. I think Trae Young's gonna have a better season. Okay. I think Trae Young is probably gonna lead the league in assists.
It might be a controversial one.
Okay.
Might be. I think Chris Paul's going to lead the league in assists.
Damn. I thought there's no way. He's going to play like no minutes.
Chris Paul averaged 8.9 assists per year last year. Or not per year, per game last year. Right? Okay. And like, now he's in Golden State. He doesn't even need to score. He just needs to see Curry run around. He needs to see Thompson open. He needs to see Wiggins as a good look. And he can get back to 11, 12 points or assists a game like he did in New Orleans and in LA. Like I don't see that not happening. I just think Chris Paul having so many of his teammates open now because of the gravity they have, light work.
Yeah, I guess the open looks is definitely a good argument. The only thing I would say about that is that other than the minutes, his usage is probably going down, and along with that, you have Draymond that plays pretty much the same role as Chris Paul. So, like, the usage plus the fit is really tough. Like, I thought Chris Paul probably was going to get traded in that season for the Warriors because I think the fit's just that bad with him and Draymond. Like, if CP3 can't shoot, then it's kind of tough to have him on the floor. But if he does end up in a perfect situation with the Warriors, like, everything works out, then, yeah, like, he plays 25-plus minutes a game. There's a lot of guys that pass the ball to that are probably going to make shots. So, yeah, I can see the argument there.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out a best-case scenario for these guys. Like, none of these guys are going to get traded for me, for my predictions.
Okay.
So, if the entire system works fine, Chris Paul is doing his role well, the Warriors are actually winning at home and away, like,
and away.
I don't I don't see a place where he cannot be a assist leader this season. So he goes number one because of everyone else that's around him.
All right, so let's go to your number two then. So I'm surprised you're
My
number,
number
number
two,
two.
my number two goes to Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah, me too. I had him as well.
Well, I think I think he was like number two or number three last year in assists already.
Mhm.
And honestly, I don't see his assist numbers moving or changing that much. The only change that will come to him is an increase in scoring because I think he only scored like 20.7 points a game last night or last year.
Last night, damn, he was
So
way less than that last night.
yeah, but 20 points per game, I think he can go up to like 22 or 23 as well. So
Yeah,
yeah, I
I
don't.
think the addition of Obi Toppin and Bruce Brown also help him as well. Like you have two
Yeah.
guys that you can find. Like Obi's a lob threat, but I think Bruce Brown's a sneaky like. He's a really good finisher at the rim. Like if you catch him on a cut, he's
Oh,
probably gonna
he's
finish
such a
that.
good cutter. He's such a good mover without the ball.
That playoff series, the finals, when I was watching Bruce Brown, every time he would attack the basket, he just has some crazy finish. Like he is such a good finisher, and even on the fast break, if Halliburton gets the board, like even on the inbound, like I was listening to another podcast where they mentioned
Hmm.
where Halliburton doesn't even look at the inbounder. He's like already looking down the floor to see who's
Yeah.
open. Imagine he catches that board, he's chalking that down to whoever it is. So like,
Oh, and 9 times out of 10, that's Bruce Brown.
oh yeah, Bruce Brown's definitely a runner, and I think this is the kind of real number one. Like if we're being completely honest with ourselves, he's probably gonna be lead the league in assists. But like I'm hoping for best case scenario with Trey Young, and you're hoping for with Chris Paul.
Yeah.
But I think Halliburton's like he's gonna be top three for sure.
I think Halliburton will be the top three this season, but I think maybe the next 3 years he could definitely make a case for the best or top assist leader
He's
after this season.
yeah. Other than Jokic, he's probably the best passer in the league. Just like
It's
off
funny,
of raw
I didn't even
passing.
mention Jokic because everyone just knows how crazy of a passer he is already.
Yeah, like he just it's a given that he's gonna get at least like 8 a game.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out like who's not a cheat code. You know,
Who's on a sheet code?
who does not need an action replay to get those
Uh,
assists, right? So my final one, because we both had number two, Tyrese Halliburton.
Mhm.
My number three went to Russell Westbrook.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
Westbrook. Okay.
Because can you name another point guard besides Bones Highland who averaged 3.4 assists last year?
Damn. 3.4 assists last year for a point guard.
Yeah. There is no other point guard on that roster aside from Russell Westbrook.
Mm,
And now that he is the starting point guard,
that's a
he
really good
he
argument.
does not need to score because you got Kawhi there, you got Paul George there, you still got Norman Powell, Zubats. Like these guys can hit the shot. So I am not concerned for him getting back to maybe 10 or 11 assists a night like in OKC and Washington. I'm just there to watch him set his teammates up.
That actually, I really like the argument. Like I actually agree with that. I think
Yeah.
Westbrook is gonna get a bunch more usage now.
Yeah.
Being the only guard on the yeah, wow. I probably should I didn't have him in honorable mentions.
I know he would have gone like slept on.
Yeah,
Because it's Russ, right? Like a lot of people have been like, "Oh, his best days are behind him. He's no longer MVP Russ."
after
But
LA, yeah, like the Lakers run, like people thought he was done. I thought he was done.
but that Clippers run though, that Clippers playoff run, he
He was
he
good.
proved himself, and that's how he still managed to secure a good value contract this offseason.
Mm-hmm. That's a
So
really
I
good
think
argument for three. Yeah.
I can see it not happening as well because there's so many good assist leaders right now, like so much good passers right now in the league as well. But I'm high on Russ. I think there's a reason why I pick him up in fantasy each year, and why not, right?
He always collects stats. That's for sure.
Exactly. I like having Russ on my team.
Oh, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. So my number three actually, I went with LaMelo Ball. I think LaMelo Ball is probably a safe pick over here because it's the same roster, but you bring back Miles Bridges and you add Brandon Miller, another scoring wing who can hit a shot. Hopefully, it's like it's kind of a given that LaMelo is probably gonna at least get 10 assists a game.
Yeah.
Especially with the usage that he had. I think he has one of the highest usages in the whole league.
Mhm.
Just because like that's pretty much his team. He's the ball handler. He's the only one that can really dribble on that team. And with him and Rozier in the backcourt, like Rozier's not much of a passing guard either.
He's a more of a scoring guard.
Exactly. So I think Lamelo's probably gonna tank the whole playmaking load for them. Pause. But yeah.
My only argument against LaMelo. Okay, first off, I love LaMelo. I wear his shoes when we play indoor ball, right?
True. Yeah. No
Yeah.
ball twos.
My only issue is to me, he's probably the only like amazing, decent player on that team. Like when I think of Charlotte, I don't really picture anyone else. I don't really picture Terry Rozier or Gordon
I
Hayward.
think Bridges is that guy, bro. That season he had in 2021, he was him.
That's true, but he was AFK for like the last season, so
AFK. Man was in jail, bro. He wasn't AFK. He was serving prison time, dude.
LaMelo is who I think of. So when I think of the Hornets, I just think of him doing all the scoring. Not really. To me, he's probably going to be taking up more of a scoring role as well this season.
Damn,
And
you think
sure,
so?
I think with Bridges back, it might be helpful as well. But I don't know. Charlotte's just been a bad team over the last few years. It's hard to determine who else will score aside from LaMelo and
I think it's
Bridges.
the complete opposite for me. I think
Oh
Lamelo, like
shit!
his scoring might even go down. Like I can see him average less points, because he's the only one that's gonna pass on that team. Like Rozier's a scorer, Bridges is a scorer, PJ Washington's like a shot chucker,
Yeah.
and you have Brandon Miller who's also a scoring wing too, not much of a passer either. And like your bigs aren't good passers either. Like Lamelo's the only one that can play make on the team pretty much. So I think Lamelo's probably gonna take like I don't even
Last
know. Like
shots.
I think who else is even gonna pass on that team? Because Lamelo averaged one of them. I think he averaged like second or
And
third most turnovers in the game last season. Because he was
I don't,
just constantly just trying to throw these passes that like probably had no hope. So I'm
yeah.
guessing he's probably gonna throw probably a lot more passes this year. So he's gonna find a lot of guys. So I think he probably has a better argument to be a better playmaker.
Okay. Okay. I mean, like with years under your belt, you're bound to get better too. So
True, yeah.
yeah. So I can see that happening. I don't know. I'm just very high on Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, no, I actually like the argument too. Like, I can see him. Yeah, if
Yeah.
everything works out with Russ, like if they don't add another point guard, if they add Harden, then that probably changes everything.
Yeah.
But for the time being, yeah, like Westbrook in this
Yeah.
situation for sure.
Who else did you have?
So at my 4 and 5, okay, 5 was Jokic,
Yeah.
which is probably a given. Like Jokic probably be top 5. But in my 4, I think with like the cut up being 65 games, and if Morant plays all these games, I think John Morant could actually have a chance at this because John
He
Morant
has
he's a really good
so much.
passer,
He is a really good
underrated.
passer.
In the pick and roll, they do a lot of pick and roll with John Morant,
Yeah.
and he's always finding guys like cross court passes. He's a sneakily good passer, and I think if Morant plays most of these games, he is eligible for the counting
No,
stats.
for sure.
Then he could definitely do it because it's his team at the end of the day. And you
When you
take out
picture,
Brooks, who just ball hogs, and you have Smart, then yeah, like
yeah, you think of the Grizzlies, you think of John Morant, and obviously he has had a bad image over the last few months, but that doesn't go to show his his ability to do so well on the court, right? And I know when I think of John Morant, instantly it comes to my mind athleticism, athleticism, athleticism. But his passing does not go overlooked as well because he's still got Desmond Bain, which is terrific from all aspects as a shooter. You still have Marcus Smart. Obviously, he's not an amazing offensive outputter, but
you can hit
he'll,
shots.
he can hit shots when it's needed, except in the fourth.
Yeah,
Uh, and you still have a solid lineup afterwards too.
you're not gonna bring
Like
up Triple J,
I was
one
going to
of the
say,
best
triple.
shooters.
We'll say Triple J's there, just because of it.
Damn, what are you hating on Jaren Jackson? He's actually a really impressive
Not
offensive
even.
player for his size.
We'll get to Jaren Jackson when we get to another stat category.
What stats that gonna be? I don't know.
Steals.
Yeah, steals, dude. I actually have some honorable mentions as well, just
Yeah,
to
go
bring
go
up.
for it.
I had Luka Doncic. Maybe he's gonna go
Hmm.
for a triple double season. Who
Yeah.
knows? Harden, if whatever team he goes, if it's not the Clippers, then like he's probably gonna be the starting point guard.
Hmm.
He averaged like 11 assists last game.
Yeah, he
I
did.
think he was the assist leader
He
last
was
year.
the assist leader.
So
It's
like,
just he's not playing right now, so that's why I'm not.
yeah, that's
I
the only
didn't
thing.
mention him.
But when he
Yeah.
plays, then he's probably gonna average a lot. I had Dejounte Murray. Maybe I had Dejounte Murray there, and then I had Jalen Brunson. Just he's a
I
starting
can see.
point guard, and he averages like 40 minutes a game.
I can see Brunson. Murray's a little harder for me, but
Yeah, because he's with Trey Young, but like I think Murray might have a bounce back season this year. I don't know. I'm just hopeful for
he
Murray.
didn't even have a terrible season. He just didn't have a San Antonio All Stars season.
Yeah,
That's all.
maybe even Jamal Murray, I guess, because if he wants to go for All NBA, Jamal Murray wants to.
Oh, if he wants to be an All Star, even
I think he. Oh man, he
Jamal
should be
Murray.
All Star. Like he's
Jamal
one of the
Murray
best
to
guards.
Jamal Murray it's more recency bias. He stepped up so much in the playoffs. That's why everyone's like, oh, he should have been All-Star. But looking at the stats beforehand, he's not that great.
I don't think that year should have been All Star, but like after this playoff run, like I'm expect because I was always high on Murray.
Yeah,
I always thought he's one of the best pick and roll guards in the league. Amazing shooter. Like he's a smart player, but it's
yeah.
just like he doesn't play enough. And he was coming back from injury last year. That's also a
Mhm.
reason why he probably wasn't gonna be an All Star. Like
Well, he was
slow start and everything.
slowing a slow start, getting back into form.
Yeah.
So I'm
This
not
season,
concerned.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's gonna be him. Like he should be one of the
hopefully,
best guards in
man.
the league.
Hopefully.
Hey, that's my Canada represent, dude. Like that's my
Oh, for
guy, bro.
sure. I'm telling you, if he played for Team Canada this year, gold, instant gold.
Easy goal, dude. Like they won bronze with like Brooks with 39. Imagine they had that secondary threat and Jamal Murray. That would be crazy.
That'd be nasty.
They're
And
Olympic team.
they
I'm
did
so
not have
happy.
Wiggins either.
Yeah, no Wiggins or Murray.
No Wiggins or Murray, and those are
Or Hugh.
arguably.
No Hugh as well. Like that's crazy. Like how'd they even make it to bronze?
Hey man, Team Canada's got something special. That's all I can say.
Yeah, for sure.
Rebounds.
Should I start with my one?
You start with your number one.
See, I think.
I'm hoping it's Andre Drummond, but
Oh, dude, that guy. He sold the bag. He said himself, man. He already sold the bag. But I think with the next season, I think this guy's gonna have a revenge season. I think he's
mm.
coming for All NBA first team. I think Anthony Davis is gonna lead the league in rebounds for me.
Oh, interesting.
I think he's coming back healthy. I think he's coming back strong. Even if he plays power forward, he's still a defensive monster, and he's really good at securing rebounds, especially offensive rebounds. Like
Yeah.
he's pretty active on that end as well, and that actually makes up for a lot of people's rebounds for some of these guys at the top. Just like catching the board, throwing up bricks, catching the board,
hmm
throwing up bricks. Obviously, Davis probably won't break those putbacks, but
He'll
like
probably make it or send it back out to like LeBron.
for sure. But like I
Yeah.
think Davis is he's a high usage guy, and he always grabs boards. Like he's always somewhere in the top five.
Not surprised by that take, especially at number one, because I had Davis in number two.
Mm-hmm.
My only argument against it is just because they did add Christian Wood recently, and he averaged 7.3
Dog,
rebounds.
Christian Wood, dude.
He did average 7.3 rebounds, and that's the second. I think that was the second most on the Dallas Mavs last year.
Damn,
Yeah.
that's a really loaded roster with bigs. You got Maxi Kleber, Dwight Powell. Damn, dude, it's competition.
All I'm saying, I think like yeah, if you're adding another big that has the capability to rebound, yeah, it might bring your numbers down just a little bit.
I think if Christian Wood and Davis are playing together, and Christian Wood's boxing out, and he's like looking the ball go up, and he sees Davis across from him, like Wood's gonna be like, "Yo, you got that rebound, bro," because Davis is about to grab it like this, dude. Like he's gonna grab it like full fledged rebound, dude. Like he's gonna be like, "Hell no, you can have that rebound,
Oh
dude."
no, you got that.
But that's no, I can see like if they play Wood a lot, then yeah, like his rebounds will go down a little bit for
Yeah,
Davis.
that's my argument, but
Okay,
I didn't take into consideration like if they were going to be starting together or not.
okay,
Yeah. My number one, I think, is pretty self-explanatory. Jokic.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think just if he passed just like two more passes the entire regular season, he would have gotten triple double like crown.
Yeah.
But his rebounds are always in the double digits. He was the only Nugget to I think have more than 6 rebounds.
Really?
Right? Yeah.
Not
Aaron
even
Gordon was
MPJ.
nah, MPJ was like 4 or 5. Aaron Gordon was the next one with 6.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
That team does not. They just let Jokic grab the boards because they know that the
Exactly.
outlet's coming. Oh, actually, that makes
So-
sense because usually the bigs run on
Yeah.
the fast break, so that makes sense.
So right now I'm just thinking if he's the only one grabbing boards, that means
Yeah,
he's gonna be the rebound leader.
that's like it's like monkey science. It's like okay, if everyone's running away and Jokic is grabbing the board, then he's probably gonna get the most rebounds. That actually makes sense. Like
That's to me that was like this was the
most
easiest one to
logical
predict him.
answer. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But I had Davis at number 2, and my number 3 went to Domantas Sabonis.
Oh, okay. I had
Yeah.
Giannis at 3. I had
I'm
Giannis at 2.
surprised.
I had Jokic at 3. I had Giannis at 2.
Oh shit, okay.
I thought Giannis. Okay, let me just tell you because Giannis is for me as a 2, so I'll just bring it up real
Yeah.
quick. Like, I think Giannis like with the guys coming back, like I think Giannis is ready for a revenge season as well. Like I always bring this up. Oh, this guy's having a revenge season.
You always
But
want revenge
I
season.
think Giannis is pissed, bro. Like him losing in the first round like that and an embarrassing defeat like that against Miami, like he's ready to like just go full fledged next season. So just like I don't know, like I think Embiid, not Embiid, Giannis is like ready for war next season. Because he's almost in the double digits as well. And Lopez is getting a little bit older. Like Lopez he's at like 35, 36. Like
35, 36 years.
It's gonna be kind of tough for him. Like he's probably gonna get stretched out to the perimeter sometimes.
Yeah.
So I think Giannis is just like I don't know. I could just see it. But Jokic, if I'm being logical, he'd probably go number 2. But I'm just hopeful for Giannis.
I just think because Domantas Sabonis was, I think, number 3 or number 4 in rebounds last year.
Yeah.
He had 12.3, which is crazy. But with the additions of like Nerlens Noel, and obviously he's not the greatest rebounder anymore, but he's still defensive presence, I guess.
Yeah.
And you added JaVale McGee, who did do really well in his earlier days, especially with like Golden State and stuff.
Earlier days. That was earlier days.
Well, I lied. Like his championship days. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I got it.
Like these guys can take maybe a rebound or 2 away from Domantas Sabonis, but at the end of the day, if you're losing, you're not going to throw either of those guys out there. You're keeping Sabonis in to grab all the boards.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't expect anything less than 12 a night from him. That like for all those fantasy guys, pick up Sabonis if you need boards. That's
for sure. Like that's probably number 1 choice.
Well, I think Jokic would be number 1. Yeah, but
he's number 1. Like he's already
gone at that point, right?
He's like your assist guy and your points guy. Like he's that guy.
He's your everything guy. He's your everything guy.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
but yeah, if you need boards,
the rebounds guy.
Yeah, if you need, because I remember having him one year, and this guy went off for me, especially for boards.
And then like a sneaky guy you don't want to face. Like you see him, you're like, fuck, dude.
Like he doesn't. His name doesn't scare you on the score sheet, but when you see him in person, you're just like, oh fuck.
Like, he's right there. Another board. There goes another board for Sabonis.
Exactly.
He just threw a dime to De'Aaron Fox. Oh, he just scored a bucket. Damn, dude. Like, this guy's good, bro. Like, I forgot about this dude. I had him before, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, Sabonis, to me, I think he can be number 3. And I can definitely see Giannis, since your argument about Brook Lopez made sense. Yeah.
I mean, these are all guys that are, like, easily could be number 1. Like, it's probably the hardest one to really rank. It's not really a rank. It's, like, just guys you could see doing it.
Yeah.
Because it's a tough one.
And your 4 and 5?
Well, my 4 was Sabonis. I had Sabonis at 4. And then at 5, I had Capella. Because I think when Collins gone, I think if Capella plays his full season on the Hawks, which may not happen with Okongwu, like, transcending to be the new starting 5, I think because Capella, even in Houston, was averaging like so many boards. Like,
yeah.
I think if Capella's getting that full-time gig at the 5 and he's playing all these minutes, like 30-plus minutes a game, like, he's a guy that grabs a lot of boards.
Mm-hmm. And
if he goes back to that that kind of usage as a center, then yeah, for sure he should be in the contention at least.
Yeah.
Other than Murray, it's like you don't really see another guy like fighting for these boards.
Murray's he's a dog. He just wants to grab it. He just wants to go for everything.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. He actually
wants to fight.
Steals,
fights with everyone too.
He was like throw the ball at people. Like okay, for sure. Like, I can see him bringing it down. But Capella, like. He's like 6'11", like he's a pure board getter, bro, for sure.
It would be disappointing if Murray averaged more rebounds than Capella.
There is no way. There's no way.
I'm just saying it would be hella disappointing. That's all.
That would.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty solid answer so far. I don't think anyone's thrown us off aside from Andre Drummond.
I had some honorable mentions.
Sure.
All of them I had honorable mentions.
Yeah, go for your honorable.
I had Gobert. Hopefully, Gobert, like he always got boards. Like even with Towns in the floor, he's like, "Fuck you, Towns! I'm gonna grab over 12 boards a game." So I can see Gobert maybe doing it. Ayton, if he's ready for it, if he's ready to play basketball, he can easily average over like 11 boards.
Yeah.
I had Bam Adebayo, full-time center there, like makes sense. And a sneaky one, no bias. I had Jakob Poeltl. I think Pearl, like, he's really good at grabbing rebounds.
That's
even
not,
rebounds.
yeah, that's not a bias. That's just fact.
I like Pearl as a player, and like he's 7'1", like he has long arms. Like, I could see him doing it too. So yeah, that was just some honorable mentions. I think
for sure. I got 3 more categories. I know you got a few more to talk about.
No,
let's just jump right into it. Steals.
Damn, when are we getting into points, dude? I feel like everyone's gonna be like, where the fuck is points at? Okay, we can do steals.
You gotta wait a little bit longer, guys.
Damn, dude. People already clicked off the podcast.
I know, right?
Yeah, fuck this, dude.
Fuck this. They
didn't even put timestamps in this shit, dude. I can't even fucking...
No, that's a marketing technique. You gotta listen to the whole thing.
Facts. We tell them it's coming up right now, and then we just keep stalling it, dude. Actually, let's talk about blocks.
Blocks first?
No. We do
steals. All right.
Before points, obviously.
I did not enjoy doing steals.
No,
I did not enjoy doing this one because it was just like, wow, every year it's like almost the same guys.
I guess that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it is true for
there's
sure.
no real change of pace for these guys, and no bias here. But number one for me goes to OG Anunoby.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, well, he
OJ
he
one.
did kind of lead the league in
He
steals
did
last
lead
year,
the league. He did.
so I wasn't even gonna argue that. I was just like, if he doesn't average 2 steals a game, the Raptors are trading him. Like that's what I had in my notes.
They're gonna trade him. It's like if you don't have 1 2, you're gone, bro. Sending you to China.
What's your number one?
I had Van Vliet at number one. I
Yes, I
think
had
with on a
Van
roster
number
with
two.
guys
Yeah,
that have no like a roster with no defense, like you're probably
and he's the
attacking all these guys.
and he's the
Van
main
Vliet just
on-ball guy, right?
yeah, right. Even that, like you're probably attacking Green. Like Van Vliet's gonna be waiting like at the elbow when someone drives, bah, just like take that from him, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could see that happening for
Yeah.
like. So I don't know. I think Van Vliet has a great opportunity to like
No, for
be
sure.
that
He
defensive
was
guy.
he was my number two. The only reason why he didn't sit number one was he's a little undersized. I can't see his wingspan like flailing out to get to another player on
But
time.
like, what if they're
Every
so tall that they don't even see him down there? Van Vliet's
true.
like this, like they don't even see him, and he's like, "Where'd the ball go?" It's like, "Oh, it's fucking Van Vliet, this 5'11" piece of shit, dude." Maybe that gonna happen. I don't know, but
Maybe that could happen. Hey man, if he like leads the league in assists or not in steals this year, I'll buy you a Houston Fred VanVleet jersey.
no, don't buy me that, bro. I don't want that, dude. I don't want that. Okay, so you had OG at one. I had
Yeah,
Van Vliet at one. So who'd you have at two?
VanVleet was my number two.
Oh, you found it. Okay,
For
so I
that
guess my
exact
two.
reason. He is the on-ball, like main on-ball defender. I can see him disrupting lanes, and he's just a solid all-around defensive guard. Like I don't
Yeah,
never really disappointed me on the defensive end, especially in Toronto. So
yeah, strong body. So yeah, I
Hall of
had
Fame
Halburn
brick
at two.
wall, right?
Hall of Fame brick wall for a 6'1" guard, crazy. But yeah,
Crazy.
I had Halburn at two. Last year he averaged like two steals a game. Like I
Yeah,
could see him averaging it this year, especially with like more usage on a roster where guys have more defensive presence, like in Bruce Brown. Like I could see a lot more. I don't know, like chances to go for steals, like even loose ball steals, something like that. Like I think Halburn, like he could be that guy this year.
I can see Halliburton. I didn't choose him just because I think this year he's going to be more hyper focused on offense,
That's right.
more of a jump up with every category, but mainly in the scoring department. But my number three went to Jimmy Butler. I'm not expecting any less. Like I said, I told you this was a really
Yeah,
boring category for me. It just
he
didn't
looked
really
at
have
last
them.
year and was like, let me just pick the same guys.
Yeah, I kind of just been like, it's the same guys over again. Steals is that one category in fantasy that I don't really pay attention to.
Yeah, me
It's
neither.
one of those like, hey man, it's nice if you get it, but I don't really care if you don't either.
It's because like mostly it's like one or two, like that's leading. Like two is like league leading.
Yeah,
So it's like you don't even focus on it. It just happens
yeah,
sometimes.
exactly.
So it is boring for sure.
Yeah. Anyone else for you?
Yeah, I didn't have OG in my top three. I had him at four. I had Anthony Edwards at three.
Okay.
I don't know. I think I'm more like projecting more than like just like seeing what happened last year. Like I'm hoping Edwards because he averaged like 1 point something.
Yeah.
I
I
should
think
wrote the numbers down.
1.5. I think
It
1.5.
was 1.5.
I think so.
Yeah, I think with more usage and he's always a two-way guy. Like, even if he has to do more on offense, he will not gonna give less on defense.
Hmm.
And I think him being so active, him playing international ball, like usually these guys in international ball, like they're really good at getting steals. Like they're gritty guys that he's going against, probably can learn from them. And I think next year, like he's just gonna make that jump. So maybe I could see him doing it. Like it's the same thing with Butler, where it's like two-way guys are elite on both ends.
Yeah.
So I could do it, and my five plus honorable mentions, I could just bring them up. I had DeAnthony Melton. If Harden gets traded,
Mm,
he's gonna
yeah.
play a lot more and he always gets steals no matter what. I had Marcus Smart, Butler in there. I had uh, I had Jaden McDaniels. Is that the one in Minnesota? It
That's
is. Yeah, it is.
yeah,
It is.
because all the ones in Toronto right
Jalen,
now.
yeah, my
Yeah,
guy.
Jalen's.
I like Jalen as well, but Jaden McDaniels, like in Minnesota, also a high steals guy. Not the most usage, but really good team defender. And a sneaky one, I had DeLon Wright for
Yes.
Washington.
Yes, he had I think the second most steals last year.
Yeah, sneakily good defender. Like doesn't get the most minutes
Sneakily,
either.
yeah. And he comes off the bench, which is I gotta respect that.
For sure. Like
He comes off the bench and still was a league leader in steals. Like that's crazy.
exactly, and
Yeah.
hopefully he gets more minutes off the bench for Washington. That team
I
is
love
shit.
that.
But
I,
with Tyus Jones, Poole, it's tough.
and I can't forget our favorite guy, Landry Shamet.
Oh, that he's still in the league, bro.
He's in the league.
That's probably the most random thing I've heard. Landry Shaman on the Wizards. Yeah, damn.
It was bound to happen.
Was it?
Yeah, well, it was.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Blocks. I want to hear your number one.
I think we both probably have like a tier by himself. I'm number one. I think Triple J is probably. You don't have Triple J number one.
He's number three.
What? No way. Triple J.
Triple
He
J's
has
number
like
three.
point
Three.
.9 more than the second place guy last year.
But I think that low key he got away with a little bit because of the Memphis scorekeepers.
That was a fake rumor, Ryan.
Was it
They
actually?
debunked it, Ryan. They debunked it, dude.
I did not realize that then.
Come on, how you gonna fall for like the cock sources, the ball sack? You got ball sack, dude. You
I
got
butt
cracked.
crack. I butt
You got
crack,
butt
yeah.
crack. Yeah, you got fucked, man.
No, but like honestly, I think there's one guy ahead of
I
him
think
that
I
will
can.
take
I think
that
I can
will
see what
take
you're
that
talking
lead.
about. I think I can sense it.
I know why a lot of people will say JJJ.
Okay.
I'm gonna stick with Walker Kessler.
I knew it.
Yeah,
That's the guy I thought of. I knew it, dude. I am at two.
bro. Like everyone else on that team had like what 0.5, 0.7 blocks a game,
Yeah.
and this guy had what 2.3, 2.5.
Nasty.
No, he's better than Rudy Gobert. I'm gonna
No,
say
he
right now.
is. They traded Gobert for a better Gobert.
Yeah, and they got more in
Crazy.
return. Like
Yeah, they got
that is,
so much.
wait,
Yeah.
Ainge knows what he's doing. I'm telling you.
That was the worst trade of maybe of all time, honestly.
I mean, the Timberwolves aren't doing too bad.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, that's true, right? Because
But for
Boston.
Gobert's value
Oh no,
at the
yeah,
time,
for sure.
like fuck, dude, that was pretty bad.
That was crazy. Yeah, this guy Ainge was just like, yo, ask him for two. Can we get two? Nah, ask him for three. Three. Nah, four. All right,
Four's enough, right? Four's enough.
That's cool. That's cool. That's what happened.
And then five, man. I was like, no, let me get one more. Let me get one more on top of that, dude. He got 5 picks, bro.
Five
Holy
first
crap.
round picks. Yeah, but yeah, I think Walker Kessler is definitely a big candidate for leading the league in blocks next year. And he's super young. He's got so much to learn from already. And considering that he's already the defensive anchor of the Jazz, I don't see it going on another way, right?
Yeah, I'm super happy for Walker Kessler. Like, I loved
Yeah.
him when he came in. Like, he's a guy. I thought he was just solid. Like, he's just a solid player. Doesn't make mistakes too often. And we saw last season, like in those clutch games, because Utah got into a lot of clutch games.
Yeah.
Walker Kessler was so impressive on both ends. Like, it was crazy. All the highlights that he had, just blocking shots. Like, man, I'm poised for him to have a good season
Yeah.
next year. So I am
Okay.
at two, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So
And
who's
my-
your two? I'm
My
curious.
number two, Nick Claxton.
My guy, Adam at three.
Yeah.
Brooklyn
Yeah,
represent.
okay, it's the same. It's the same guy. It's just I don't know.
Different
I
thing,
think
yeah.
I think when I heard of I didn't realize that that was just a rumor about JJJ.
Hmm.
But I know he's still a solid defender. Like he won DPOY. Come on now.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Even in FIBA, he was going crazy too.
Exactly. So I'm not gonna discount him. I was just thinking like, oh, maybe he had some extra help. You know,
But even with the scorekeepers, he probably would have led the league anyways.
probably.
Because he was 0.9 over the next guy. Like, he was up so much.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's some fucked research. That's some bad journalism, Ryan. That really is, Ryan. That's really bad.
Oh shit, my fault. My fault. But yeah, I think Nick Claxton definitely got the hop for it, and he's on Brooklyn. He doesn't need to win right now. He just needs to show off that he can do this type of stuff.
Facts, dude. That's all. He's just got to show that he can do it, bro. I love Claxton. That's my guy. Like,
I know.
him being the only. Okay, if Simmons has a comeback season, maybe those numbers dip because obviously I'm ready for that Simmons comeback season.
Mhm.
He's ready, all right? Simmons is coming
Alright.
back, all right?
Alright.
Maybe he could lead the league in steals, you know? Maybe that's pretty
Maybe, maybe.
But Claxton for sure, like he's that defensive anchor. Even
Yeah,
last
of
year, the
course.
first half of the season, it was like him and Brook Lopez. They were both going crazy. Claxton did slow down a little bit, but when he was playing with Durant, it was like
Oh my god, it was
Jesus.
right.
He's like the number one center. Like he's that like, 34 plus minutes a game. Like he can play. But
He's to me last year he was one of the best centers that wasn't named to an All-Star team.
wow, yeah, I guess
Yeah.
so. That first half of the season, he was insane.
Yeah, and then he kind of like slowed down after Durant left. So
That's fair enough. Like Durant's leaving, so it's tough.
yeah, it's going to leave a down impression on everyone.
Exactly.
Yeah, but yeah, that was my top three.
Okay, this I think blocks is the one that all the guys that we can name would be good candidates.
Hmm.
Because the rest of the guys I'm about to name here for my 4 and 5 and honorable mentions are all guys that you could see doing it. I had Miles Turner at 4,
Yeah.
Anthony Davis at 5,
Mm.
Brook Lopez, Embiid, Mitchell Robinson, and the sneaky one was, I forgot this guy's name. What's this guy's name in Cleveland? Mobley. Evan
Evan
Mobley.
Mobley.
I was thinking of Isaiah Mobley because of Summer League. I just kept fucking seeing the highlights, dude. But
Oh, no
Evan
Jared
Mobley.
Allen. No Jared Allen.
Yeah, I think Jared Allen.
Okay.
I think it's Mobley's team. Like I really think like Allen's a rebounds guy. Like, but if I'm talking about like generational defender, if we're expecting Mobley to be that defensive of the year kind of player, like he's got to average at least like close to the top of the blocks.
1.7, 1.8 type of blocks right there.
I don't know what the threshold is, but I agree. 1.7, 1.8, dude.
I just know that 3 from Jerry Jackson just seemed like an anomaly for a lot of like that was the first time I think 3
yeah.
blocks came. So I just thought that was like, yo,
It was
that's
fake.
I just thought it just looked fake.
Oh, okay. So you're a
Yeah.
hater, huh? Okay. So
No,
you're a fake
no,
news
no.
agenda pusher. Okay. All right. Now I know. Now I know.
Moving on, moving on. Do we want to do the other ones?
No,
before
let's do points. Let's do
Okay,
points.
I was like, do we want
Let's
to
do points. Get it out the way, dude.
stall it just a bit more longer?
Free throw percentage, right? Let's think about it. I can't imagine, dude.
Steve Nash,
Steve Nash. Oh, okay. Back in the league
Yeah.
for 1 game.
right?
Points per game probably the. I don't know. I think this one like you can go a lot of ways with it. Like different kind of if you perceive a player in a different way, you can see him get number 1.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll just start with for my number 1. I had Luka Doncic. I think he's going for the MVP season.
He didn't
No
even make
way.
my top 3 right now.
Okay, that's fair enough
Yeah.
because there's a lot of guys you could see.
There's a lot of guys, and my thinking was you got Kyrie. Obviously, that's going to take away a
That's
bit
true.
from your scoring output. But I can definitely, if he wants that MVP, he's going to score more.
Yeah.
My number 1 is the boy, is the MVP for Canada, SGA.
Ooh, damn.
Yeah.
The leader. Wow.
Yeah, bro, he gets better every single year,
True.
and
That's
he's
legit.
going to be riding that bronze medal like that. He's going to carry that momentum into the season.
Okay, I like that.
So I don't see him going down anymore. I just see him keep going up. He's
Okay.
going to break the 99 overall. He's going to be 101 overall.
Yeah, dude. I like
That's what
that.
I see. That's what I see in SGA right now. So I just don't think that anyone can surpass him in points this season.
Damn.
The
It
only
is his
thing,
team.
yeah, the only thing that might like derail him is if Chet Holmgren has a nasty like Rookie of the Year campaign. Like this guy comes out firing.
You don't think Jalen Williams is gonna or they call
Oh,
him J Dub, I think.
J Dub, yeah. Oh, that might be
Or Giddy even take more usage off of SGA. It's tough.
obviously the team is still super young. That's my reasoning. And
Okay.
SG is probably the biggest like he's not even that old of a guy. He's like the lone veteran in that
It's
sense.
just crazy to think he's a veteran. Yeah.
Yeah. So I can see him just taking over and just single-handedly winning games for the team until everyone around him catches up. Maybe later sometime this season or even next season.
I like that.
And when that happens, the Thunder are going to be a champion within the 2020s. I'm calling that right now.
Damn, boy.
They'll be bro, I'm high on the SGA, bro. I'm just super high
Oh,
on
for
him.
sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he's that guy too.
He's a
But-
number 1. Like I think he has number 1 potential.
Yeah, for sure. Like
Yeah.
for scoring and shit, like yeah, he could definitely be number 1.
Yeah.
Are you talking about like in the league?
No, like on a championship team. On a championship team.
Oh, okay. I was like in the league number 1.
Hey man, who knows?
Maybe.
Though?
Hey,
Who
maybe.
knows?
Maybe.
Hey man, like MVP season incoming.
Fuck it. This season MVP. Let's call it
This
right
season,
now, actually.
exactly. Let's call it
do
right now. SGA MVP.
Low key, I could see it. If
the
OKC
Thunder
makes
make
the
a-
playoffs,
If Thunder make a 4 seed, he's winning MVP.
yeah, for sure, easily.
Yeah, because all the other teams in the West are solidified. Like, well, not solidified, but like you kind of already know. Like you're kind of expecting.
The general contenders in that league. Yeah.
Yeah. So
If you see OKC, it's like whoa, bro.
whoa, like this guy really did have a storybook type of like storyline, right? Like a plot.
And to think, like, OKC, like, their main weakness was, like, kind of rim protecting. They had JRE at the 5 for a lot of the season, and they made him look good. He's not generally a good defender, but they made him look like a rim protector. You bring in Chet Holmgren, who's, like, he could be a generational defender at the 5. Like, tall, like he's lanky, but like even lanky guys can make it work. Like he has a long wingspan, smart player as well.
Like Giannis when he first came into the league, like
Yeah, like
lanky as
you're
hell,
bringing
but
in the guy that could solve your one issue, and you have all your young guys developing on a good pace. You have shooters
and
on the roster, like yeah, like
and you have so many draft picks that you can just ship off for another superstar
yeah, if you want to
that
make that
fills
move.
your needs. Like this is this is not
And yeah, and you look
it's
at
not
the
a
roster right
question of
now.
can they. This is a question of when.
Yeah,
When are they
it
gonna
definitely
win?
is. It's
Yeah.
like the opposite. Like the Grizzlies kind of had this moment where like they it's like okay, Ja, they have Bane, they have JJJ, and they have a lot of picks. They can make a move. I think the OKC like, and then they kind of I don't know. I think Memphis kind of like fell off a little bit,
Mm.
but like now OKC's like that new team, and it's like SGA, Giddy, J Dub, then you have Chet,
Chat.
and you have Jay Will off the bench, like a solid backup center who's like a different look. Like he
Yeah.
gets charges a lot. Like he's a smart defender as well. Then you have Isaiah Joe, a shooter off the bench as well. Like
Lou
you have
Dort.
Lou Dort. Yeah, that's the one guy I didn't bring up.
Yeah.
He's like their defensive like masterclass
He's
player.
their
Like
stud. He's their defensive stud.
you have such a solid roster already. Wow, like they have to at least make a conference finals sometime in the next
Sometime
few
in the
years.
2020s. That's because if they keep this core together and they're still solid, then you know like it's time to
Yeah,
go all in. Pack up your 900 draft picks. Like get I don't know Joel
yeah,
Embiid on that roster.
yeah.
Get
Oh man, imagine they had someone
bring
like
back
Embiid.
Kevin Durant or something. Like
Oh my
I can
god,
definitely
dude.
see that happening here.
Yeah, that's like the one destination for like a superstar, like
Yeah,
to watch for him. Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Like it's not obviously it's a small market, but
yeah.
if they
But it's an
play their cards
exciting small
right,
market. Yeah,
if they play their cards right, 2020 champion. Like sometime during this decade.
I agree with that for sure.
Yeah.
I'm high on them as well.
It's not even a hot take anymore. This is just a consensus between the two of us.
Yeah, like OKC is that team, bro. But we're back to scoring actually. Like let's
Yeah.
stop talking about OKC. This is like when we glaze about the Raptors. Like that's exactly what that was.
Nah, this was glazing the Thunder now.
See,
Who
we're not
glazes-
biased.
Yeah,
We
we're
do
not.
it for
We're
more
not.
than one team. All right.
Exactly. This team, Raptors, and Indiana.
And for me, Brooklyn, because Simmons is on the team.
True.
Because Simmons is that guy. No bias.
No bias at all.
We always say that. Okay, let's get back to these scoring. All right.
Yeah.
Number two, I had
Number
Embiid. I think Embiid's
Yeah.
gonna stay on that MVP pace. Regular season, he's one of the best players. Obviously, the playoffs is when it's different. But Embiid's if Harden leaves, who else is gonna score other than him and Tobias Harris or
But yeah,
Maxey?
my argument is even if Harden doesn't play the first part of the season, Embiid, in order for them to stay afloat, he has to score 60 a night.
Yeah, exactly. Like he might even average 40, dude. Who knows?
It's not like up for debate. Like in order for the Sixers to remain competitive, he needs to put up those type of numbers
Yeah.
at least until they get a Harden trade or they bring someone else in.
Or if Maxey step. Who knows? Maxey maybe could
Actually,
step up.
could
Like,
have a breakout year.
because he had like no usage. He was like a corner sitter for them. It was actually like he was one of the best shooters in the league last year. Just because he would just get so much open looks, just
Just
waiting
not
for
used.
Harden and Embiid to
Just
pass
not
the ball.
used. That's it.
So who knows? Maybe this year Maxey could be that guy. But no matter who, like, because I had Luka at one with Kyrie on the team.
Yeah.
Like, you think Maxey's gonna change Embiid's plans to be like a scoring leader? No. Like, I
Low-key,
think
no.
Embiid's still that guy. He's a
Low-key,
regular
no.
season demon.
Yeah, he is. And this, as much as I hate it, this award does, or not award, like this leader thing does go to the regular season.
Yeah.
I want it for the entire season. That's just me.
You think playoffs should matter? Because that'd be fucked. Like, imagine you missed the playoffs.
Hey man, if you miss the playoff, that means you didn't score enough.
Yo, that's true. You should score more. Yeah, that's actually true, man.
That's how I see it though.
Okay, I actually like that. Like, you should score more points. You
You
scored,
should score more
scored 50
points.
points, dude. Lose by one, you score another point.
That's what I'm saying. Like that when you're Bradley Beal one, not deserved.
Yeah, you shouldn't have got it. Facts. He missed the playoffs.
And my number 3 though, this one kind of runs in line with your Luka one, or Jason Tatum.
Yeah, I could see that happening.
He's been averaging 30. Like this is ever since he was 19 years old, he's been averaging 30. So it's
And he's still 19. Like, it's
still
like
19,
crazy
right?
thing.
It's crazy.
Defying
So,
age.
and this guy, I know they added Chris Stapps. I know they still have JV, but that doesn't discount the fact that he will still put up 30 with even those two elite scorers on the roster.
That's
So-
actually, I didn't have him on the list because of that. I thought Porzingis was going to take a lot more away from Tatum than I probably think. But if Porzingis just ends up like Mavericks Porzingis, then yeah, like, because I think scoring leader nowadays it's actually really tough. Like, it's like 32 plus a game. Like, you
It
gotta
is,
average a
yeah.
lot over the course of the game. I think Tatum will get the shots, so he could do it. Maybe I should be a lot higher on Tatum, but I don't know. Maybe I'm foreshadowing a bit too much.
What do you got?
At three, I'd Giannis. Like, I think Giannis is gonna.
That yeah.
I do have to make an argument. Like, it's just Giannis. Like, he's still the guy on that team. Like, he averaged 30 last year. Like, if he's in for it this year, he could easily like average
Easy.
33.
That's food. That's easy food.
Exactly. It's barbecue
Just,
chicken, dude.
exactly. It's gonna
Man
feast.
just does this. He just does this and does this, dude. That's all he does.
Bro, he does that,
Run and
and that's
dunk,
like
man.
that's 6 points right there.
Exactly. No, that's like 14 points for like his whole game.
Right,
And
that's
the
what I'm
other
saying.
14's like this, dude. Other 14's just like this. Not
And
even a dunk.
there's two from the free throws.
Yeah, two. The 2 out of like 8 are like this. Facts, dude.
It's Giannis.
It is
I'm not
Giannis.
going to argue against that. I fucking love Giannis.
Of course. You're a Bucks
Yeah.
fan.
I'm a Bucks guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't see anything wrong with your list. I just think that I think Luca is a little more tougher for me to believe in.
I think
But
Luka's
that's
a ball
just
hog. That's the thing. I think Luka's a serious ball hog. Like, if he wants to, like, he would just step back and do it anyways.
he would just step back and make everything.
These European guys, they're savages, bro. Like,
They are.
You know that firsthand from FIBA, especially. Like, you see Franz Wagner, bro? Oh my
Yeah.
god, I forgot about Franz Wagner. That's my guy, bro. I was so high on him. He had like
Yo,
19 that last game.
Yeah, what if he won scoring title? That'd be crazy.
Oh, true. Maybe I should add him to the list, dude.
Maybe you should have added him. Who are your other guys?
The rest, so I
Yeah.
had Curry at 4.
Yep,
I had
okay.
AD at 5 just because
That's-
I'm saying
yeah.
I'm high on AD.
And he's on a revenge tour, right?
Exactly, dude. Honorable mentions. I had SGA here. You know, just
Okay.
you had him at 1.
Yeah.
I'm high on him too. Like, it's
Yeah.
not a list at the end of the day. It's just like
Yeah,
same
it's just
guys.
mentions over here now.
I had Morant just because if he plays all the games, he's playing less games than everyone else. Who knows? Maybe he
And he
averages a lot
still
more.
pops off. Like,
He averaged like I don't know, like 20 something, like 26
Yeah.
or something like that. I had Donovan Mitchell potentially. Like, people forget about it. Like, he was really good last
he
season.
is forgotten, yeah.
And if he's getting better too, like, he works really hard every offseason to get better, so he could do it maybe. LeBron potentially, if he wants. He averaged 30 last year.
LeBron doesn't need to, but if he wants
He
to,
probably
he will.
won't. Yeah, he probably won't. But like, if he wants to, because he shot like shit last year too from 3.
Because here's the thing about LeBron, like, if he doesn't need to, or
He won't,
if he
yeah,
doesn't want
that's
to, he won't. Because he's like, oh, I'm going to save myself.
Yeah.
Gonna keep the body fresh for Bronny, which now looking back might be another 4 or 5 years now.
You think
Like-
so? Bronny's washed? What are you saying, dude?
Not watch, like he might take a few more years just to get his body back in conditioning
Oh, because of the
and
yeah, that's true.
get into NBA shape. And,
And-
like LeBron can do whatever he wants. Honestly, he can take a year off
Yeah.
and then come back.
You know what's crazy? Like, next year, LeBron could, if he wanted to, he could probably average first in like points, assists, and rebounds if he wanted to. I honestly think so. If
I
LeBron
don't-
just chucks shots all game, like, the Lakers aren't gonna say no to him. I feel with other players
it's
like
his team, right?
yeah, like if Embiid does, Embiid maybe starting, but like I don't know if like Morant does it, they'll be like, all right, Morant, like stop shooting so much. You gonna say that to LeBron? Probably not, dude.
No, probably not.
You're probably gonna get
Just-
traded if you say that. You see what they did
They
to
just-
Brooks? They had Brooks going to China because them talk shit to LeBron.
Right. It's like Christian Wood goes up, hey Brian, you want to share the ball a little bit? Trade it next day.
Traded to fucking Detroit or some shit team.
Yeah,
Dude.
exactly. Or he has another breakout year.
Oh man,
Yeah,
and
it's a cycle.
it's a cycle. It's a cycle, dude. But last
Yeah,
name,
but-
I had Zion. Just to see.
Zion is not questionable. It's just a matter of healthy.
Exactly, because he
Yeah.
did it the time he was healthy for like 20 games. I had my
Yeah,
fantasy. I was like, holy shit.
I know, right? Like when I saw Zion's stat line last year during fantasy during his monster run,
Hmm.
I was like, yo, maybe I should have drafted him.
I was like,
And
bro, I'm
and
gonna
then
win
at
the
the All-Star
chip.
break, he goes down, and I'm just like, thank God I didn't draft him.
Yeah, exactly, right? I have to like, I don't know. I had to trade him for like some shit, dude. I was like, fuck, man. Like I actually was gonna win the championship if Zion stayed healthy.
Yeah. That was
This
the case for a lot
guy's-
of us, though. Like,
That's
oh
true.
shit,
That's true.
that's the timer.
But also,
Yeah.
if what's his name? When Zion goes down, he's not coming back. That's the thing. Like, he doesn't come back. He when he goes down, he's done for the season.
Bro,
It
it's
sucks.
for him. It's go big and go home, but he goes home way too early. Like that's just
Yeah, exactly.
He's just disappointing.
He goes
I
home
like
and eats.
Zion.
That's what he does.
Ah, it's just one of those ones, huh?
He just goes home and eats, bro. He just can't help himself, dude. Goes home
It's
to Mariah Mills or some shit.
hey man, like I think Zion can do great things in this league, but we gotta wait just a little longer until his body is like
How long
fully
are we?
healthy.
He's like 24 already. Like, man, he's kind of wasting his prime.
I know it's not even his prime yet. Prime is like another 3 years. That's when he's actually
Two,
like
3 years, his body might give out, dude. He might have
mm,
to lose weight at that point. But who knows?
who knows, who knows. Soon. Let's just hope really soon.
Yeah.
What are your other categories? I know I don't have any names, but maybe I can list some stuff.
Okay, so I had free throw percentage, 3-point percentage, and turnovers. So which one do you want to just quick fire?
I do have turnovers, so we'll stick with the other two for now.
Okay.
So free throw, right?
Yeah.
Free throw percentage. Who was good from free throw last year?
I on my list, I think maybe I should name off my guys, and then you can maybe
I'll
say
ra-
another
I'll
guy.
kind of rank them after. Yeah,
Okay. So I had Hero at number one because he was like
97 percent
93.4.
or okay, yeah, never mind. Not
97.
97. Never
Bro,
mind, never
he'd be
mind.
like the best of all time. He's like 93.4 last year.
That's still pretty solid though.
It really good. That's like better than like Curry's best season. It was like no, was it? I think it was. Curry was like 92%. So
Okay,
Hero was automatic. And then I had Curry at 2, Trae Young at 3, Durant at 4, and then Lillard at 5.
all right. Considering that Curry and Durant are like always on this list, it's no
Mm-hmm.
question. I wouldn't be surprised if either one of them are one or two. I just need Durant to play his number of games because he obviously missed a lot last season.
No Hero.
And
You don't love for Hero. You don't think Hero can just. Hero's
he
form
was
is
coming.
like
Isn't
so
he?
clean.
Isn't he coming back from a hand injury?
Oh, that's a good point. But yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, because obviously Curry came back fine, just fine. Like like the following season, he just broke 3-point record, which
But
is
Curry's not even like a real human. Like
yeah,
Curry's.
that's my point,
Yeah.
right? And Tyler Hero, like I'm impressed about the kid. Like he does so much, but no normal human being comes back from a hand fracture or wrist fracture, or whatever, and still puts up Curry numbers. So I'm just a little down on him, maybe like 4 or 5,
Okay.
but it's still possible. Maybe Dame and then Trey. I don't know. For free throw, I feel like this is more. It's not more skill now. It's more just like experience too, because you're like, all right, get into my routine, ignore everything, ignore all the noise around me, just make the shot. Like this is something like I think the older guys do way better than the younger guys.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah,
But I think part of it's
it's
also luck. Sometimes it really just luck. Like, what if your finger just slightly moves the wrong way? I mean, I think it's really tough sometimes. Like the misses are so surprising sometimes.
me every time when we play. I'm always
Yeah, no, but you should like. Where's my basketball? Let me show the listeners what you shoot. Alright.
how I shoot.
'Cause this is people need to realize. So I'm left-handed, so like
Okay, yeah,
I got flip it for Ryan. So like usually people shoot like I shoot like this. You know what I'm saying? Like normal shot. Ryan goes like this, like this.
yeah.
Like, there's no way that. Of course, it's gonna miss. Ryan, you shoot like this. I don't know. That's kind of weird.
Well, I don't bend. I just like it. The pinky finger is a little more
Like
spread
like
out.
this.
Yeah, it's like a little more spread out.
Okay. That's fair enough. But like, maybe that's why you miss Ryan.
Maybe that is. Maybe I gotta switch it up.
Maybe you gotta shoot like this. Like this. You gotta shoot like this, dude.
I just have to. I just have to. Or
Just use
the
every finger differently, dude.
Michael Kidd Gilchrist.
Oh, dude.
How does he do
This.
it? Yeah.
This is like, he tried to be too fundamental. He triple 90 and he was like, I got you, coach. That's what he said.
Man, there was one point in Charlotte where it actually worked.
Yeah, he was actually shooting pretty well. Even in the playoffs, like in the bubble, he was like, "Damn, he was hitting corner threes." I was like, "He might be."
Like when he
Him.
was in Dallas, right?
Yeah, I was like,
I was like,
Jesus. Dude.
maybe should have picked him up.
Maybe I should try that for him.
Maybe I become like a god or something.
You should try it. You should try it.
Next 3-point contest.
Oh my god, let's not bring that up.
All right, and 3-point, right? 3-point.
Oh no. So do you have any other names for the free throw? Like,
Oh, free throw. So I'm just thinking of like guys who are more solid, right? So like
outside of
guys.
Desmond Bain, maybe Desmond Bain could do it. He averaged
I
like
can see it.
90. I can see that.
I can see it. I'm just trying to think of overall guys who just do well. Like, DeMar DeRozan seems like he would
Brogdon's
do
a good one I should probably name.
Brogdon.
He's very solid.
I was gonna say Jimmy Butler, but I swear he missed a bunch during the playoffs, so I'm not gonna say that.
Maybe Gobert now. Gobert. You seen Gobert in the FIBA?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Gobert was like 80% from the free throw line. Surprising.
He actually did good.
Yeah, maybe he's coming back.
Maybe, just
revenge
maybe.
season.
everyone's on a revenge.
Everyone's
season.
in a revenge season, except for like Denver, dude. Everyone but Denver.
Nah, Denver's also on one.
Fuck it, dude. Yo,
Fuck
they
it.
called him fat. He's gonna come back with a 6-pack, dude.
Yeah, those I can't really name anyone else.
Okay, we got some names off. Yeah, we got some names off.
And for a 3-point, right?
Yeah, 3-point percentage.
I'd say obviously I'd say Curry and Dame. I would not be surprised.
Mm-hmm.
I know Thompson had a down first half, but he had a strong second half of the season.
Yeah.
So would not be weird to see him. Durant? I mean, he's
Durant. I guess
Is
with a
he?
new role, like playing off of Beal and Booker, like
Yeah, because he
gets more open
doesn't
looks.
he doesn't need to handle the ball that much anymore. Well, he probably still will, but he'll probably.
That's crazy. Yeah, we're talking about
handle
Durant
it.
like a off-ball player now. Like he's not even that guy no more. It's Booker's team. Which
Yeah,
is why
it's
Booker's top 10. That's why I said Booker's top 10, man. It's
That
just
is
team.
true.
I'm
That
just
is
saying,
true.
dude. I'm just
That
saying.
is true.
But I had some sleeper names that because
Yeah.
obviously Curry and Dame, like obviously you'd be there. So I had Joe Harris. I had Buddy because Joe Harris is on Detroit, like on a team where he's really like the only shooter. Okay, that team he actually is the only shooter.
Bogdanovich is also there too. So
Like yeah, other than the white guys, like
yeah,
no shooters on it. Like during like that team might be the worst shooting team in the league. If I'm really thinking about it.
Low key it is.
Isaiah Stewart's their next best shooter or Cade.
What? Like Killian Hayes is still there. Like with God knows what he's going to do with the ball.
Oh man, yeah, he's gonna turn over is what he's gonna do. So yeah, Harris is one. I had Buddy Hield.
Buddy Hield.
We talked about him. Yeah, we
did. Yeah, we did.
And then I had a sleeper one. I had Keegan Murray.
I had Keegan Murray in fantasy last year. I can see it.
He was him. Corner threes that's his only shot. Like it's the PJ Tucker special, so he could do it.
PJ Tucker would have made the list if he wasn't old.
If he was in Houston, and then
Houston PJ Tucker was automatic.
It was scary, dude. Scary hours. Every time you got the ball. Now it's like, bro, in the playoffs, you see PJ Tucker in the corner, you leave him.
No,
open.
now it's just don't shoot.
Yeah, now it's don't shoot. But what do you do on the floor then if you're PJ Tucker? Like set a screen, like.
No, if you're PJ Tucker, you're just talking trash in someone's ear.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Now.
Yeah, you're just talking shit. The Dylan Brooks special.
Exactly. He's their dog. He's Philly's dog.
Yeah, he's Philly's dog.
Next episode should just be naming all the teams' dogs.
Yeah, we could. Actually, I like that. We should do that.
All the teams like dogs and all the teams like likable guys.
Okay. Oh, every team is most likable and like,
most unliked guys.
Unlike, yeah. Okay, I like that.
That's a good topic.
That is a good topic. We see on the fly, easy.
On the
money.
fly, bro. We don't even need to rehearse or anything. We never rehearse, by the way.
Yeah, we don't. Like, see how we you got a top 3 out of top 5. Like, we could have easily communicated this, but that's just the beauty in our podcast. We just don't do that.
I know. Honestly, like, I'm just always so busy now, and you too. So we never get the time to even talk besides this time.
Exactly. Yeah. But we get the turnovers.
Turnovers. Let's head turnovers. I can start this off real quick. I know we're running out of time just a little bit. Number 1, I got Trae Young.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
this guy had four turnovers last season, a game.
Jeez.
Like thinking like in our lens, it's all right because we're averaging like 8 to 10 turnovers per possession for.
Of course, dude. Yeah.
Before like NBA standard, like Trae Young four is a game a lot.
This seems for NBA.
Yeah,
it's
and
hard numbers.
Bro, and the Atlanta Hawks are a team that are trying to compete to like even make the playoffs right now. Like, and if you're hitting 4 a game, it's going to be a little tough. And I don't think that habit will stop. I think he's still going to turn over just a little bit more. But it also comes with because he's a good assist guy.
Yeah, see, my argument was like with these guys, like why I don't care as much these guys is because they're like trying to throw passes. Like they're not just getting ripped or like getting like they're not losing off of pressure. It's like they just throw a pass and it gets tipped. Mm-hmm. It's unfortunate. Like I think Trae Young's like at least 2 of his turnovers are just him throwing a pass and it just goes off of someone's leg or something, and it's a steal.
Yeah.
Like I think that's just what happens to some of these guys. So I'm not too worried about it. I had 2 guys that I'm gonna say later that are not like that, which are pretty bad.
Hmm.
I guess I say now. I had Giannis and Embiid on this list. I was like, they turn over off of just like actually losing it.
Giannis is my number 2 because of that reason. Like,
Mm.
he'll lose the ball in traffic. He'll lose the ball while going up, and it's not even a matter of like, oh, Drew Holiday's right there. No, he'll get the ball from Drew and just lose it. Like,
Yeah, it's actually what happens.
yeah. So like, I love Giannis and everything, but that is one area that he could also work on, like just holding the ball more tightly.
Holding the ball maybe would be great instead of doing
Yeah.
this and then just dunking it.
Right. Exactly. But it looks cool. I'm not gonna complain.
Hey, I agree. Yeah, the highlight plays are worth it.
Exactly. So yeah, Giannis number 2, but I'm not concerned. The Bucks are generally a top team in the East every single year. They just need to step it up in the playoffs, especially with injuries piling up right now.
Agreed.
Yeah. And my number 3 is one of the guys that everyone loves to hate, but I just love, Russell Westbrook.
Okay.
It's just been tradition for him. Like
Yeah.
I think it's very similar to Trae Young as well. Like he just tries to throw like a crazy ass pass and just does not work out.
It's exactly what these were a crazy pass, and it's like, oh fuck, dude, it gets stolen.
But and this guy was like he does the arm thing, right? And then yeah, and he's starting now, right? He's the starting point guard. So expect those numbers to either go up or just stay the same. It's not going to go down anytime soon.
Definitely not. With Westbrook, yeah, probably not.
Yeah, and that's
So,
my list.
Okay, I'll name my list real quick. Actually, I didn't have Embiid on it, but I added him because I forgot about Embiid.
Yeah,
I had Doncic at 1. I trade because Doncic, he does the same thing where he just throws some crazy. Sometimes he actually does lose the ball, but he throws some dumbass passes sometimes.
yeah, he
where-
does.
Like he does, he goes like this. He tries to be Jokic. And then I had Trae Young at 2. I had LaMelo Ball at 3 because same thing. Like he just
Same
he probably
thing.
throws the worst passes. Like his turnovers probably look the worst in my opinion of any player because he throws like a behind the leg, like through the legs, behind the back pass.
He does a hole like that, and it goes
Yeah.
into the
It goes-
backcourt.
Yeah, it goes into the backcourt,
bro.
dude. So yeah, he's a good candidate for sure. And then Giannis at 4, and Edwards at 5. I feel like he could follow the steps in Giannis. Like
The thing with Edwards is, I don't see him as a guy who turn over easily. But now that if he's a number 1 guy and he'll be having the rock more in his hands, it's gonna fall out more.
he was top 10 in turnovers. Like, he was
Was he actually?
he was pretty bad. Like I think it was like 2.4 or like
Oh
something
shit,
like that.
that's
Like
actually a lot
so-
for someone who I expected to.
no, but if you watch, like, if you're seeing him play, like it makes sense. Like he drives really hard. Like he kind of plays out of control at times, so it makes sense. Like and now with him having the ball more, like he could. That's what I'm saying. He could follow the steps in Giannis and being the next guy that just drives and gets ripped constantly. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah. Hey man, like at the end of the day, like all that matters is winning. Like I don't care about turnovers as long as
Yeah.
I'm winning at beating the team,
Facts.
right?
Exactly.
Yeah. And I want Edwards. Like that's
That's
bottom
it.
line.
Yeah. Yeah. I would take 5 turnovers a game if he's on my team.
If we won, right? If we won with Edwards and he had like 10, I don't care.
So let's say we lose the game by 1 and he had 5.
Okay.
Would you care?
If we lost the game by 1 and
he
how
had
many
5.
turnovers?
He had
He had
5.
5. Was this turnover like towards
Okay,
the
let's
end
say
of the
they all
game?
happen. Yeah, they all happen like second quarter.
Second quarter? Probably not as much because we were staying competitive.
Oh, so it matters
Right.
when it happens.
Yeah, to me, it's like,
That makes
why
sense,
are you
actually.
committing a turnover at this crucial moment, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Like-
That's true.
I'm thinking 2016 NBA Finals. Steph Curry does some behind the back pass while they're down or something, and it falls into the Cavs' hands. Like, what are you doing, bro?
Even though he's made that pass, like he probably makes that pass like 1,000 times.
He probably does,
Like-
but the thing is, like, why are you risking? Why can't you just do a normal bounce or chest?
Honestly, I feel like in that scenario, like, okay, the scenario, and like I agree, like that's a dumb pass to make in that time in that moment. But like, I think in that exact scenario, I'll actually be on Curry's side because I'm gonna recreate the play, even though he had
Okay.
no time.
Okay.
Like he's here, he's like dribbling, then that's over there, and like the defender's right here. So for him to make this pass, he would have to do like this, and and I think in that possession, he wanted Clay to have like a clean shot at the three. So if he throws it behind
Yeah.
his back, it's a real quick pass, like easy to get into. The defense won't see it coming. So I guess I can see, I can agree with it. Like Curry doing that. It's just unfortunate that it went out of bounds.
Well, if because he's right next to out of bounds, I would have pulled a let it roll off the defender type of play, and
Like,
just and like if I'm nearing the line, the baseline, or I would have
okay.
just like yeeted the ball at the knees and let it roll out of bound. So that way, now I'll have a cleaner pass to get to like Draymond, who can send it to Clay.
I swear there's no time on that possession. I don't know. It's like a you just play hairs about it. Like it can go either way.
Yeah,
So yeah, for sure. But
yeah, okay. I guess you're right. I guess
it
you're
is a
right.
dumb decision though. It's a really dumb decision. Like it was. But in that moment, I can agree with it. Like, but if someone like Trey Young did it, where like it's a close game and he's like throwing a behind that like pass to like Okongwu for no reason, like why are you doing that?
Well, no, hey man, like if you're already down or it's too tight, just find the best pass, find the best man, and just take the shot from there.
Agreed.
Don't
Agreed.
don't do something like, and then House of Highlights will see it, right? Because
Yeah.
it's either you make it, which would be like, wow, you'll be viral for 2 nights, or you miss it, and then for the next 2 years, everyone just clowns you every time you have the ball. Like I'd rather, I'd rather
That's like
just do
the
it,
Denzel Valentine special, dude.
right?
Oh no! Why did he shoot that? You remember that? Was,
Yeah, I
he
remember.
actually he got kicked out of the league for that. That was pretty bad.
That's what I'm saying. Like, one of the other guys did that too. Oh wait, Andrew Bynum got benched for shooting a three with like 14 seconds left. I remember
Oh
that.
yeah, I remember that play too. Holy crap!
Yeah, like these type of plays, especially when you're down, like,
Bonehead plays. Yeah,
don't do it.
yeah. If you're not Steph Curry, don't do it.
Exactly. Exactly. That's the moral of the story.
Yeah.
All right, what's our time looking like?
Um, we should end the podcast
We
before
should.
we actually talk about the time because holy crap, we've been on this for a long. Like, if you look at my camera from when we started to what it looks like now, like it looks
You're...
like the whole day passed. Like actually.
All right, let's end it there then.
All right.
Close it off,
Thank you,
Austin.
thank you guys for listening, and of course, we'll see you guys in another 2 weeks. So we'll see you.